to another cruise vlog. So the last one I did was actually a while ago, and that was our first cruise on Iona. We're actually back on Iona this time, but I have been on a cruise since. I did do a little bit of footage, but long story, my camera broke and I recorded just some bits on my phone. And yeah, I'll link down below for the Norway cruise if you missed that one. So yeah, this is our third cruise now. So we're going to Rotterdam, Bruges and Hamburg. But so far it hasn't gone great. So we had to get a minibus down. That was fine. We got there in good time. We were meant to board at like 3. Feel like we got to Southampton at half 1, 2 maybe. So we were a bit early. When we got there, no one had actually boarded. So some people could have boarded from like 1:30. No one had boarded because there was an IT problem. So no one had actually gone on yet. So there was a massive queue. And usually we've taken the coach down where you're able to get on the cruise straight away. But we didn't this time because John forgot to do it. So we had to get a minibus instead. So yeah, we had to queue for like 2 hours. It was absolutely freezing because obviously Southampton's by the sea in the port, and it was just freezing. And I think there were probably people who got there before us who'd queued for longer as well. So that wasn't great. Finally got on. We got into the cabin. I've filmed little bits of that. And then you have to go and scan your cruise card at the muster station. All fine. Went and got a cocktail, played some Scrabble, and then went to go for some food. And there was an announcement saying we had to go and do our cards again at the muster stations. Everyone had to do it because of the IT problem. So I don't know if that was a completely separate issue or not, but so we all had to go to our muster stations, and that meant I think there's 10 decks where the rooms are, which has like 500, 600 rooms. So there were that many people going to one person at each muster station. It was absolutely boiling. The queues were like massive. People were raging at the workers. They started like arguing with each other. People were passing out, like someone actually passed out. It was really hot and horrible because they were basically doing it all on paper because of this IT issue, which meant just ticking names off, which you can imagine takes a long time. So we queued for quite a while, but Jordan's family luckily were just ahead of us and they just ticked our names off, so we just got out of the queue, but that was like at least an hour. So yeah, not a great start, but I'm about to go get changed. We're gonna get some drinks and maybe go to a show later. So yes, I will catch up with you then. So this is the fit for this evening. I've got something comfy on. I got a cord set on that Jordan got me for Christmas. It's a bit summery, but it's quite warm once you're on the ship and there's loads of people. It's not too bad. I was gonna take my hair down, but I feel like I can't be arsed right now. Yeah, it's been a very long day. Also, again, a lot of this is going to be filmed from the bathroom because it has the best lighting. It's terrible lighting in the main cabin. So yeah, Jordan's already gone down. I needed like time to just like decompress, horizontal time on the bed. So I've just chilled and yeah, gonna find out where he is now and get some drinks. It is now Sunday and it's a bit of a weird one because usually when we have a stop off somewhere on the cruise, we get there at like 9 and we have to be back on board by like 4 or 5, sometimes later. But this time we're still in the sea and we don't get to Rotterdam until 4 p.m, which is quite strange because then we're staying overnight and leaving about 9 tomorrow. So it's a bit strange. We haven't actually planned what to do tonight. We go to the Van Gogh Museum tomorrow, which I'm super excited for because we can take a train into Amsterdam. Yeah, we haven't actually got much planned for today. We were going to go into Amsterdam today, but we didn't realise how late we'd actually be getting into Rotterdam. So we're just gonna maybe plan today, see what we're gonna do. And yeah, last night was good. We had some drinks, we had some pizza and chicken nuggets by the in the showdome, which is where some of the acrobatic shows are. So we watched that. Then went to the buffet for some more food after because you were constantly eating on the cruise. But yeah, just a chill one today until we get to Rotterdam, I think. Maybe go to the shop, see if there's any shows or anything on. But I'm very tired. I put on a tiny bit of makeup just to look like I'm not dying. Yeah, just a chill day today until we decide what we're doing later on. Bruh. It's so cute. It's so expensive. Thank you so much. What should the boy though? 11. Okay, we've just been to see a show. It was by the animal guys who we saw the last time we were on Iona, which is it's a kids show, but this was like dinosaur themed, so we didn't have anything else to do, so we went and watched that. And yeah, I've just got ready to go into Rotterdam. I think we're getting there soon, so I got changed. I'm gonna have something to eat before we leave. And I think the plan is to have a look around Rotterdam and then later on go into Amsterdam and see what it's like at night, because we don't have like a curfew time to get back here, so we're just gonna explore and see what happens, and yeah. Motor AF. How is someone's kids from there? So confused. found the Pokemon t-shirts, which I was looking for, but they got like a little copyright thing on the bottom. It looks... I don't like it. Why? Okay, so a little mini haul. I got a little fridge magnet from one of the souvenir shops, which is super cute. I'm going to the Van Gogh Museum tomorrow and probably get more stuff like this, but I thought this was too cute and it was only like €3. And yeah, I went to Uniqlo, specifically looking for the Pokemon t-shirts, but that copyright line just, it looked terrible, and I didn't want to get them after that. So well, I got this from Primark, because why not go to Primark in another country? It was way less chaotic than a British Primark, I must say. But yeah, I needed just a little jacket because I haven't got any zip-up jackets, so I wanted a grey one just to go with everything. And then from Uniqlo, I got some trousers that Jordan said are pyjamas, but they're not. They're just nice trousers. Cozy trousers. So hello, so it's nearly 9 o'clock now, and we've decided we're not going to go into Amsterdam tonight. We decided earlier we're going to have a full day tomorrow. We've booked to go to this Wonder Experience thing, which has loads of kind of like photo op kind of rooms. So there's like a SpongeBob special thing they got on, like ball pit rooms, and I don't really know. I haven't seen many pictures, so I don't want to spoil it. We're going to do that very early in the morning. We're going to leave here about 8, and do that at 10:15. Because then we have the Van Gogh Museum at 2:45. So we're going to spend the whole day in Amsterdam because you don't have to be back on here till like 9. So yeah, we're going to do that. We just had some food. We just grabbed some, well, I grabbed some fries and some fried chicken, and we took them back to the room to eat. Yeah, just got ready for the evening. But not going to be doing too much really because I want to get into bed early. So it's going to be an early morning tomorrow. So I think we're just going to see a show, have a couple of drinks, go to the buffet for supper club, and then just chill.
too loud, right?
Yeah, unfortunately. Bruh. Secret pizza. It's the pizza, yeah, for you and for me. With cheese, Mr. Squidward, with cheese. You what? And we are done with our day out in Amsterdam. It was a very long day. We've done about 20k steps. But yeah, it was super fun. We did the Wonder Experience in the morning. Did about 10:15. Left the ship about 8:15. We got there just in time, really. So it was quite easy to get to. So you got the tram, then the train, and we walked about half an hour to the Wonder Experience, which is it's a bit of like out of the way. It looks a bit dodgy, like it's a bit more residential, and we were like, are we going to the right place? And the building is like kind of like an industrial type building, and we were like, oh, is this going to be any good? It was actually really fun, lots of photo opportunities. You might have seen it on TikTok, a lot of influencers and stuff go and do it, and we were a bit like, oh, is this going to be any good? But it was actually really fun. And then we walked from there to the Van Gogh Museum, which was about an hour walk. You could probably get the tram, we thought we'd walk it. And that's kind of when you go into the main bit of Amsterdam, which you picture with all the canals and stuff. And yeah, that was amazing. I'm a massive Van Gogh fan. So they have the sunflowers there in a different exhibit. It's like a temporary yellow exhibition, it's called. So there was like some stuff from other artists as well. The sunflowers is kind of the main piece of that. And then they have the potato eaters, which would have his earlier famous works, Almond Blossom, and there's loads of stuff there, including other artists' work. It's really good. So then we walked back, just kind of taking in all the shops. There were so many shops, so many places to eat. But we were exhausted by that point, so we walked back and got the train back, which was fine. Just been to the buffet and just got changed. We're going to see a couple of shows, and then tomorrow is a sea day, so we are taking it easy. And it's also celebration night tomorrow, so yeah, we're gonna have a chill day and then get ready for the evening. And yeah, gonna definitely need some sleep tonight. And of course, I've also got to do a cheeky haul. Excuse the unmade bed. You're meant to put like a thing on the door outside so they know if you're out, so they can come in and clean. And for some reason, Jordan accidentally put the one, which means they won't come and clean it, and saying we're taking it easy and we're in the cabin. So they didn't come and do the bed today. And we've been too lazy and too busy too. So yeah, we've got this cute bag. This was €1 and I thought, I've got to pick that up. It's pretty cute. And then this is my Miffy, which is so cute. Jordan thought it was ugly and he didn't know who Miffy was, but I was like, girl, she's a Dutch icon. Yeah, she's got a little sunflower top on, a little hat, a little palette. It says Van Gogh Museum on it, and it says Miffy as an artist. And there was one with almond blossom as well, the blue one, which was cute. I went for the sunflower one. We got that, and then we picked up a cheeky fridge magnet. We always need to get one whenever we go on a cruise now, or just anytime on holiday, or we go somewhere cool. We get a fridge magnet. And then I got these stickers from the Wonder Experience, because obviously there's the SpongeBob part of it, and they had a little shop at the end, and it was like an offer on 4 stickers, and they were like loads of cute ones, loads of meme ones. So I went for handsome Squidward because he is also an icon. Patrick in the fishnets and boots. I time my head out SpongeBob, and then Gary, who is the absolute best. But yeah, there were loads of cute stickers and some other stuff. But yeah, now we're off to watch some acrobatics show, and then there's a band on after that, I think. So going to do that, so I shall catch you tomorrow. not long got back from our day out in Hamburg, so we started off by having a little explore around the city. There's loads of cool buildings, lots of architectural stuff if you're into that, so that was nice to have a wander around. And then we took the train to go to the Hamburg Zoo, which was amazing. Like, we spent pretty much the whole day there. So we got the combination ticket, which allowed you to go into the zoo and the Tropical Aquarium, which I would definitely recommend getting both, because they were both well worth it. You could spend all day there if you wanted to. We had to rush a little bit towards the end because we wanted to make sure we saw everything. But yeah, you'll see from the footage there's loads of cool animals, and you could get up quite close to them as well, which was really cool. But yeah, we didn't actually have to get back on board until 10:30 tonight. But it's about, I think it's about 8:30 now. We're gonna go and get some food and then chill. There's nothing really much on tonight particularly, so we're just gonna have some food, some drinks, and then tomorrow we have another sea day. And I will say I quite liked kind of this style of cruise that we've had this time round, where we've had quite a full-on day. We've been able to get back on board quite late, but then the next day we've had a nice sea day to relax, because on some of the last ones we've been on, it's been a bit back-to-back days out, and you've had to get on board by like 4 or 5 sometimes, and it feels a bit rushed, and you feel like you don't want to miss anything, but I felt like we've had enough time to explore. Bruges is slightly different, I think, on Friday. I don't think we have as much time there, but yeah, I've liked the longer days we've had for the other 2 days at least. But yeah, gonna just chill tonight and probably have a lie-in again. And oh, we've booked for Olive Grove tomorrow actually. So Olive Grove is in the restaurants, which is, it's a free restaurant, but you do have to book in advance because it does sell out, and that does like Italian food. And then if you want something a bit extra, then you can pay the extra if you want one of the extra food items on the menu. Oh, and yes, I forgot to say about celebration night last night. That was really nice. So I had a different starter this time, which was one that you had to pay extra for. But I've had the cannelloni, I think, the last 2 times. So I was like, I'm gonna try this artisanal platter thing. There's like a Scotch egg, salami, cheese, grapes and apples, and like that's a bit of me. So I had that, it was really nice. Then we both had the chicken Kiev, which again we've both had both times, but it's so nice. And then had an apple tart for dessert. So yeah, that was really nice. So yeah, looking forward to a chiller night though. We've done probably about 20k steps again, so it'd be nice to relax tomorrow. We've had a bit more of a chill day today. We missed breakfast because we laid in. So breakfast finishes at 10:30, I think, at the Keys and 11 at the buffet, but we missed it. We stayed in bed and then just went straight to lunch at 1, I think. Got a katsu curry. And yeah, we've not really done much except one thing. We just did a couple of quizzes, we played some Mario Kart. But we also went and booked our honeymoon cruise because we had our eye on one, a Mediterranean cruise, which is 2 weeks, which we haven't done before, so that's a bit scary. But yeah, we booked that because you get a bit of extra onboard spending if you book while you're on a cruise. So we thought, why not? Because that's the one we were looking at anyway. So yeah, we booked that. But other than that, not a lot really. Just been to the buffet, had a really random meal which you would have seen. But yeah, tonight I think basically 2 things want to have clashed. There's a night of the races thing where you bet on virtual horses, and then there's also silent disco. I prefer, I think, to go to silent disco, but I don't know what everyone else wants to do, so we'll see about that. And yeah, Bruges tomorrow and then home Saturday. I think Bruges is fairly early-ish tomorrow. We don't really have a plan. We're just going to have a little explore, I think. I definitely want to get Belgian waffles. That is my goal of tomorrow, and just have a wander, I think. And And yeah, I guess we've got to pack in the evening. It's been weird. It's gone really quick, but also it feels like forever since I've been home in my bed with my kitties. So yeah, I am looking forward to going home, but also sad that we've only got 2 nights left. So yeah, I hope we make the most of the day tomorrow and just have a chill evening, ready for probably another busy day. We got some homemade chocolates from, wait, it wasn't Bruges, was it? Yeah. Blankenberg. We got them before we went into Bruges. And then we got another fridge magnet, because why not? And this is a pretty one. Bruges on it. I'll have to try those after.
Six and 7, 67.